something that's going to be massively important on your self-improvement journey is going to be getting into shape, building a good physique, and getting strong and everything that comes with that. And sorry, I can just hear my dad's just come home telling my sister about all this stuff. Anyway, so you're gonna have to get into shape. You're gonna have to sacrifice quite a lot of time, to be honest, and put a lot of energy into this. And the rewards, I've not even reached the peak of the rewards. I was actually just going through some. I'll tell a story about my gym, my sort of gym uprising and stuff in a second. But I started. I was just looking through some photos to find for this video about like where I started and stuff, and realizing like shit, I used to be so lean. Like I could actually see my abs quite well, and I was looking at like pictures where I was doing like the back double biceps, and I could see like striations across like my traps, and I think shit, I've put on a wee bit too much body fat. Let's say that for sure. But that's for another story. But basically, so when I started lifting about 14 years old, it was for rugby. It was via the rugby club, and we'd basically, I think it was 1 day or 2 days a week or something, we'd basically get the bus from school to the rugby club, eat some food, and then we'll get into the gym session. It'll be like a full body, start off really basic, going into like deadlifts, bench, pull-ups, and some core stuff basically at the end. And yeah, I think doing that, it was quite fun because we were all together and stuff, and everyone was friends. And I think a few weeks or a few months in, I was like, yo, I really, really like this. Like, I'll be completely honest, my only motivation to get in the gym at that point was to get stronger for rugby, because I always felt like I was just like an average size bloke, average height, average weight, coming through for rugby and stuff. So I was never really like strong. Like I didn't feel like I could dominate collisions and stuff. So I was like, shit, if I get in the gym, I get big and I get strong, like I'm gonna absolutely kill people on the rugby pitch. That was my main motivation. Obviously, as I started lifting more, I was like, you know what, I'll probably get some more attention from girls here as well. A bit more muscles. Get the physique going, get the pecs popping, bicep, humbly. And so I gymmed for quite a few years. 15 and 16, I started gymming with sort of the Borges Academy sort of stuff, which was about 3 times a week. So it'd be like Mondays after school and then Wednesday, Friday before school. Those Wednesday, Friday before school were crucial because they taught me like the discipline of getting up early and going to the gym and then getting on with your day. And that's something that I'll never want to take out of my life. It's such a beautiful sort of way to go about life. And I'll do this many years out. Naturally, I've got fairly good genetics. It's always more or less quite easy to put on muscle mass because I ate a lot of food. Like I had a big appetite. Because listen, like one bit of advice I have to give for in the gym is if you're not gymming as hard as you can go, like you're not fucking going for it. Like you're not coming out of the session thinking, fuck, that was tough. You're probably not going to make progress, and if you are, probably take twice as long. Obviously 70% is done in the kitchen. It's what you eat, but like my parents always cook good meals, high protein, vegetables, all this stuff. So I was getting good meals, high amounts of protein. That enough was happening anyway, and it was the amount of work that I put into the gym. I worked hard, and like I would literally, some of those points where it was like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it was probably about 5th year in high school, so I was about 15, 16 years old. I was going in like on a Wednesday after school to do an extra session. So I was gymming twice on the Wednesday, and then sometimes I'd go on a Thursday as well and get extra sessions because I was obsessed. This was the point where I started to realise like the physique sort of side of things, and I was getting a lot of injuries in rugby keeping me off the pitch, but it meant I could get into like proper like bodybuilding, getting aesthetic physique, and that stuff I was obsessed with it. I'll put up some photos, if not just on the thumbnail, but I'll try and put a few photos throughout the video and stuff of how I looked through high school and stuff. I've got a few sort of progress pictures and stuff that I kind of took because I was quite obsessed with trying to get my body in that like. And at the time, I didn't think I looked that great, to be honest. I was like, oh, I could be a bit leaner. Now I look back now, like, shit, I'm kind of chubby at the moment, like, obviously a lot of it is lighting and stuff, because as soon as I walk out the lighting, there's like no shape, you can't see striations and stuff, but that's bodybuilding, smoke and mirrors and stuff, That's why they put so much tan on, oil up and all that stuff. Anyway, I got into that and then obviously went to uni. I was just saw a few pictures of like my first night in uni. I look fucking good. Like I was lean. I was definitely 10% body fat or under because I remember getting my skin folds and stuff taken at academy, and I was lean. Like I looked good. I didn't really think I did at the time. Like this is this idea of like having that sort of worth of knowing how good you are. But and now I'm where I'm now. I bulked up quite a lot since probably since the start of lockdown. First lockdown, I stayed the same weight the whole way through, and then I kind of started bulking again about probably almost a year ago or something. I got from about 92 kilograms all the way up to my heaviest, which was like 108. I was just fat, like I went too far. And even now, I'm still coming back down. I'm still not as lean as I used to be. I feel like I almost feels like I've kind of maxed out my muscle mass capacity for my body because I put on like 8 kilograms, which was basically just pure fat. But at the same time, I wasn't really working as hard as I could have in the gym. My diet and stuff was good, but not a lot of it was like I was probably leaning a lot more towards junk food than good foods and stuff. So that obviously had an effect. But this video is more about the benefits that you get, and this is all speaking completely from experience, confidence, and you get respect from other men, from women. You get attention from women a lot more, and like that's not why I started it, and that's why I'm so comfortable being able to share this, because I didn't like a lot of people will start it, and there's nothing wrong with that, because that's how like you as a good looking person you're going to get through life a lot easier, and having a better physique you're going to be better looking, you're probably be a bit more chiseled around the face. It's how it is. Like I was glad I kind of got into it for rugby, and that's my gym work at the moment isn't about aesthetics, it's about how is this affecting my rugby, is this making me a better rugby player. But it's that you get this discipline that when I've gymmed now for almost 6 years, coming up summer it'll be about 6 years. That discipline that you get, like those memories I have of being the only one in the gym while it's raining and it's dark, it's cold outside, it's either early in the morning or it's probably late at night after school, everyone's went home, it's raining, I still need to walk home, but I've been squatting, I've been benching or something, and it hurts, I'm tired, and it's cold outside. That discipline, like, it's so powerful. Like, obviously, like that shit, that increases your testosterone as well. That struggle, like, there's so much meaning in that struggle, and I learned that from the gym. Like, the struggle in the gym related to the muscle I built afterwards, and how I looked afterwards, and how I felt afterwards, and my strength. And life just becomes easier when I'm bigger. I'm quite a big guy. People treat me with a lot more respect just because I'm bigger, before I've even said anything. That's what, like, you get, it's this unshakable confidence that you get from it. You face your sort of I like to say it, the boy mind versus the man mind. You've got the boy mind, which is like, oh, I can't believe this hurts, I don't want to go do this, I want to go home. Then you've got the man's mind of, this is helping me grow, this is making me go forward. And it trains that. You get that every time you're in the gym. Go to the gym, start simple. Just do a small push-up, 1 push-up when you wake up in the morning. The next day you do 2, and then at the end of the week you're doing 7 push-ups. Guys, everything I'm trying to promote, you do it simply. You build it up really stupidly small, and then you build into going into the gym for the first time. And this might be after like a month or 2 months or 3 months of doing home workouts first, just to build up a base level of strength. And then there's so many videos on YouTube on like different workouts that you can do, like bodybuilding sort of stuff to get into shape. It is literally one of the most worthwhile investments as a young man to do, because at this age we're producing the most amount of growth hormone and testosterone naturally. Between I think 16 and 25 or something is when you release most naturally, and this obviously comes with getting a good amount of sleep and stuff. But in the gym you're taking advantage of that, and it's so much easier to put on muscle, like good muscle mass, when they're that age. So if you haven't started the gym already, start thinking about your fitness plan. This also comes into like when people don't know what their purpose is or don't know what to do, get into the gym, get into shape. That's such a driving purpose. That's one of those things where like you get into shape, and then boom, so many opportunities open up to you. You're gonna get more respect wherever you go, and I'm so glad I've done it. That's not even why I done it. I'm just so happy that I've come to this end. I've realised, I look back like, alright, doing that has led me to open up all these opportunities, and I get treated differently in a good way. Well, at least a good way for me. But yeah, as usual, if you really interested in self-improvement, bettering yourself, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and there's going to be 2 videos every week, so I'll see you in the next one.